Hello, world. This is Doug. I'm chronicling my recovery from a pretty severe case of Bell's palsy. It happened exactly 2 weeks ago today. Again, I'm an ophthalmologist and I've seen hundreds of these cases. I've been practicing for over 20 years, and they usually do end up in the ophthalmologist's office, because one of the most dangerous things about Bell's palsy is the potential corneal damage that can happen due to lack of eye closure. So, to chronicle weekdays 7 to 14, I did go to a neurologist early this week. I really wasn't too happy with him. I didn't think he had a horrible bedside manner, which is okay. I really didn't really care about that, but I don't think his knowledge was that on point. Because of the many Bell's palsy cases that I've treated, I feel pretty qualified to understand the issue at hand. I really just wanted his opinion because in the back of my ear, there's a lot of bone pain I'm having. I wanted to know if that was normal, or am I just being paranoid to think that the Bell's palsy was caused by some type of crazy tumor compressing the nerve, and the pain I'm feeling is from the tumor. He said it's very common to feel pain back there because inside your head, and I knew this, is where all the inflammation is. And in inflammation, you're going to feel pain. Once again, I'm sure you all know about what Bell's palsy is. It's a peripheral neuropathy, which means the main nerve, think of it like an electrical connection that provides electricity to every single muscle on your face, has just been shut off, completely shut off. And from my experience, it takes literally 3 to 9 months for this to resolve, as most peripheral neuropathies do, whether it's carpal tunnel syndrome, nerve sensations from tennis elbow or golfer's elbow, or even if in your family you know people that have had strokes. They do tend to get some of their function back over a 6 to 9 month period. And that's what makes this such a mental, part of my French, mind fuck, is that I know it's probably going to get better, but you got to mentally come to peace with the fact that you're going to be like this for 6 to 9 months. That's the mental hurdle you have to overcome. So some of the physical maladies that I've experienced in days 7 to 14. Starting around day 7 to 12, although I'm an ophthalmologist and I did everything I can to baby that eye, it was not enough. That cornea was really starting to break down and causing me incredible 8 out of 10 pain on days 7 to 10. On day 11, I had one of my ophthalmologist colleagues take a look at my cornea, because I can't see my own cornea under the machine that we use in ophthalmology. It's called a slit lamp. And she said, yeah, the cornea, the skin of which is the outer skin of the eye, was starting to break down. And that's why I was experiencing this high level of pain. So, and I highly recommend this to all of you sufferers of Bell's palsy. Go to an ophthalmologist as quickly as possible, because there are things that we can do to prevent the cornea from breaking down, which would potentially cause permanent damage to the eye. More importantly, to stop the pain and stop the tearing. And what we do is, and what my friend did, placed what's called a punctal plug. Make sure your ophthalmologist is aware of the punctal plug treatment. I'd say 90% of ophthalmologists are aware of that, not all of them. What that is, if you understand the main problem, your eye is not closing. So your eye and the skin of your eye requires a microscopic tear film to coat it. If the eye is not closing, that tear film is going to evaporate, exposing the skin to the air. The cornea does not like that, so it starts to break down. And if it continues to break down, you're going to get scarring on the cornea. There is a little hole in your lower lid and your upper lid that drains your tears. It's part of the physiology of your body and part of the anatomy of your body. But in our case, we're not making enough tears to coat the eye. So what they do is a painless 2-second procedure. They block off that drain, and that allows the small amount of tears we have from draining away. So that was placed on this is a Friday. Today's actually Friday, June 25th, 2021. That was placed this past Tuesday. And it took about a day for the cornea to heal itself from the damage that had been done. So remember, I did that probably day 10 of the Bell's palsy, and it really lowered the pain to pretty much zero. The rest of the week, too, was pretty bad. I'm experiencing a lot of neck pain that's waking me up in the middle of the night. And what I'm thinking is that the neck is trying to make movements because my face is paralyzed, and that's causing the neck muscle to really spasm on me on the right side. Okay, but I would say that in the past 48 hours, I do feel, I would say maybe 7% improved. But it does get worse as the more you talk and the more you're moving the muscles of your face, because they get tired out so easily. At this point, from the literature that I've read, there's really nothing for us to do, at least for a month, because that nerve is completely switched off. There is zero electricity flowing through it. So week 2 was pretty bad until I got those punctal plugs placed, and then just dealing with the pain around the neck. And let me show you what my eye is, how my eye looks. I gotta keep my eye on the road here so you can see. If I squeeze it closed, it will close, but there is exposure of that cornea. And that's really it for week 2. I just got to be patient and just work this through. Okay, I hope these blogs are helpful, and I hope a year when I look back on this, I'll be like, wow, I was pretty bad back then. Okay, everybody, I will see you next time. Later.